It's school. You don't really have the best of mates. You want to improve yourself. You actually want to be better. But every time you come home, it's chaos. Parents arguing, people shouting. There's just too much noise, too much going on. You try to sit down and focus. You can't. Then you go out with your mates instead. And instead of doing anything productive, you just end up doing dumb shit. And you sit here wondering, I actually want to be better, so why can't I? It's your environment. This video is about environment and how it's silently controlling your life. Because let me be real with you, you can have all the motivation in the world, you can watch every self-improvement video, you can write goals, routines, all of that. But if your environment is shit, it will drag you back down every single time. I lived this. I would come home and it was just noise. My parents arguing, my dad shouting at my siblings. I'd sit there trying to revise. I'd literally blare out white noise in my ears, full volume, trying to block everything out. And I still couldn't focus. Then I'd go to school, I'd try the library, and I'd just get distracted by my mates. Then on top of all of that, I had the gaming addiction. So tell me, in that situation, when exactly was I supposed to improve? There was no space for it. That's what people don't understand. It's not lock in. You need an environment that lets you. There's a quote I heard once: you don't rise to your intentions, you fall to your environment. And most of us have fallen. Not because you're lazy, not because you're incapable, but because everything around you is built for comfort, it's built for distraction and chaos. So how do we fix that? The first thing is simple. Where do you actually spend your time? Be honest. Is it your bed, just scrolling, laying down, doing nothing? Is it your desk, covered in random shit, cluttered, messy? Your environment right now is training you. If you're always in your bed, your brain links bed with comfort and laziness. If your desk is always messy, your brain is already overwhelmed before you even start. You're fighting a losing battle. For me, I realized my environment was making me weak. So I started doing small things. One thing I did was leaving my blinds open at night. So when morning came, sunlight would hit my face. And yeah, I live in the UK, so it's not even that bright. There's barely fucking sunlight. But it was still enough. And it was still annoying. At first I tried to fight it. I literally hid under the duvet. I'd toss and turn. But over time it would wear me down. So it ended up forcing me up. And that's what you want. An environment that pushes you, even when you don't want to move. Something uncomfortable. Another thing is your phone. If your phone is always next to you, you're finished. Put it away. Across the room, just make it hard to reach, especially if the bed is your problem. You need to put that phone far away. Because right now, your environment is designed for failure. You need to redesign it for success. The second thing is this mindset shift. Not everything can change, but something always can. A lot of people get stuck here. My house is too loud, my family is chaotic, my situation is bad. And cool, it's the same over here. But what can you actually change? I couldn't stop my parents arguing. I can't stop them from screaming, from throwing shit around. But I could clean my desk. I couldn't control the noise, but I could remove my PS4 from my room. Yeah, PS4, times were tough. I couldn't change my household, but I could put my revision material right in front of me. This is where people fail. They look at what they can't control and use it as an excuse, use it as a crutch to ignore what they can. And that is weakness. There is a saying, if you can't control the wind, adjust your sails. Your environment might not be perfect, and it never will be, but you can still move. And if you think there's nothing you can change, you're just not thinking hard enough. It's just a lack of creativity on your part then. The third thing is systems, and this is where everything actually clicks. You don't need motivation, you don't need discipline, you need systems that make it easier doing the right thing. For example, If your house is chaotic, there's always screaming or whatever, what can you do? Put on white noise or instrumental music. If your room makes you lazy, what can you do? You leave it. You go somewhere else. Library, cafe, anywhere. I know people who change their entire lives just by going to the library. And yeah, you might need to spend like £3 on a coffee if you go to the cafe or wherever. But if you really think about it, you spend £3 and you've done 3 hours of work away from this shitty noise. That is a trade you should take every single time. So here's a story for you. There was a scholar who used to struggle focusing at home. He had too many distractions, too many noise. So instead of forcing it, he changed the way he studied. He would go to the masjid, sit in the quiet corner, and that became his place of focus. Over time, just stepping into that environment, his brain would literally switch. No distractions, no laziness, just work. And he became known for his knowledge. Same person, same brain, different environment, different outcome. That's what you need to understand. You're not broken, your environment is. So build systems. When you get home, maybe open your laptop instantly. Have your work pinned and ready so it's the first thing you see. Make it harder to avoid than to start. Because right now, your environment makes it easier to fail. And one last thing, stop thinking you need perfect conditions. You don't. You just need better ones. Because at the end of the day, you can have all the ambition in the world, but if your environment is dragging you down, you're not going anywhere. So fix it. Take control and build a space that actually lets you become who you're trying to be.